I don't actually have enough images this update that we can put on in the background like we did last time. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to roll with this the whole last time, and yeah, I guess we'll just work with that. But welcome everybody to the end of the year update. Like I mentioned before, with the previous update video, I kind of always want to do just two updates throughout the year, right? One in the middle of the year, one at the end. We're officially at the end now, pretty much. I mean, by the time that this goes up, this will be like what, the 29th, something like that. So roughly the end. But yeah, end of the year update time, because we got some stuff to discuss of plans till essentially the middle of like next year, right? And I mean maybe so on and so forth, but more so from now till then, general timeline of what's going on, because I feel like that's pretty important to discuss. But we got a lot to discuss here overall. Maybe not as much as last time, but still a decent bit. So let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is just discuss the part that I feel is probably the most important for a lot of you. But this has several points. I do hope you all listen to them each, because we have about like 4 things we have to discuss in terms of this. One of them is slightly related, but I recommend listening to it. But anyways, so obvious topic I'm mentioning here, ReZero, right? 4 things to mention about this. Number 1, relating to the number 4, you may have seen on the channel that the premiere for the Arc 4 video is now up. It will be going up on Friday, right, of like this same week that this is going up, specifically at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't know what that would be, for everybody else around the world. I can't really show just a whole ass list on screen that would just, fill everything, because I feel like that might be too small and you might not actually be able to see it, right? But 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, all that, on Friday, simple enough, right? Usual time that I upload videos is the easiest way to word it. That'll be going up. It'll be a pretty big one, especially because there's also, the tier list as part of it. Normally that review actually would be pretty damn small, but because I shoved the tier list in there for a multitude of reasons, it'll be that big, so that's nice, right? Next thing I want to discuss relating to ReZero. Arc 7. From what I understand, the next volume is officially finished. Cool. I'm definitely, gonna try and fully catch up, because I haven't been caught up thanks to trying to read Arc 4 and all that and all sorts of stuff. But I'm gonna try and catch up just immediately, overall, just to, maybe not immediately, because I do want to take a little bit of a break from reading after, Arc 4. But I'm going to try and catch up to what's out right now for the translations. Once the whole thing's done, right, once it's up to like, 96, something like that, I'll read 96 the day it comes out. We'll make the video, and then I'll upload it the day after. Same stuff that we did last time, all that. We'll still get that video out in time and all that. But yeah, that's what we'll be doing for that one. Pretty nice that we actually get to go into that shortly after making the Arc 4 video. I am glad, that could work out that way. It's super helpful to me, and just honestly really nice. Next thing to discuss relating to ReZero, right? Number 3. So I mentioned with the Arc 6 video that if we got to 1,000 views on it within a year, like of that video's lifespan and everything, right? We would do a like ReZero tourney, similar to the tourney that we're doing at the end of the year. We're making good progress on that, right? Here's the thing. Some people might be worried because you might hear that and you might think, oh shit, it's almost the end of the year and that video doesn't have 1,000 views yet. Do not worry. I'm more so referring to the actual video's lifespan and not like just the end of the year, full stop, right? I feel like that's a bit unfair. But regardless, honestly, we're making pretty damn good progress. We're at, I think, 850 views. That's pretty fucking good. It only needs 150 more. I feel like we will absolutely accomplish that. But yeah, it's making some good strides there, so that's super nice to see. And the last thing I want to mention related to this, and this is related to the tourney, right, that I mentioned with the whole ReZero type of thing, the actual end of the year tourney. This is related for 2 reasons I'll get into, right? Biggest thing I want to mention first, though, is, and I've said it before multiple times, I'll say it again, these tourneys are very fun. I love doing them. My friends love doing them. People who view them usually have a great fucking time. I highly recommend checking it out. We'll be doing it on Saturday, this same week, right? Day after the Arc 4 video goes up at about 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That actually should relatively work, I would say, for a lot of people around the world. I would argue some might not. That might be like fucking 7 a.m. or some shit to some people. Unfortunate if true. I apologize, but like, you know, for the most part, I feel like that time actually works out pretty well. It works out for me especially well, but you know, but the reason that this is important for, you know, ReZero related shit and everything is within that video, or not video, but stream, right? Within that stream that we're going to be doing, there's two ReZero related things in there. Number one, I mentioned the tourney poll and everything, right? That was happening in the past. I've mentioned that quite a few times, much like I've mentioned the tourney and all that. Well, the results are done by now. They've been done for a few days and everything, and I posted about them in the community section of the channel, which I always recommend checking if you want to get updates and everything on videos, all that. But I posted about it there. And I'm not necessarily surprised, though I will thank you all because you definitely seem to have considered all the character options there and voted, you know, depending on who you thought was interesting and all that, and I greatly appreciate that. But I will say I'm not surprised Puck won. So Puck will be the 30th participant in the big rumble and everything, right? He'll get to be in there. If he wins, I'll do two things. I will give my thoughts on some of the, maybe not some of, I might do the most recent one, the like ReZero visual novels, right? I might just do the most recent one. Might be too much work to do, because I think there's multiple, I believe, because I think there's more than one game. I might be totally wrong on that. If I am, fair enough, but whatever it is, like the most recent game, all that shit, I will do, you know, I'll go through it myself, read through it, all that shit, and then, you know, I'll give my thoughts in a video. I will also do an additional video. This will make no sense to a lot of you, but trust me, there's an actual reasoning here, and I will explain it when we get to the video. I just want you all to listen to the idea and think about it, right? I just want it to dwell in your brain a little bit. I will buy a, like, just plush of Puck. I will dip him in boiling milk, and I will slam him against a wall to hear the loud thud he makes. That will sound absolutely crazy and fucking psychotic to a lot of you. Fair. We will go into the reasonings if that happens. He has to win, of course. Then again, I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but, you know, I believe in him. I believe in him, and I'm not going to rig anything to, you know, make him win, but I believe in Puck. But yeah, I'm not giving context to that or anything. So, yeah, there's that. But anyways, the second reason that this is ReZero related, and I think you would all enjoy it decently well, is before we do the actual Rumble part of the Rumble, we have a few side matches that I just want to do to start, to just entertain us a little bit before that, right? Some nice pre-show type of stuff. And there's another ReZero character in there. You might be able to notice them on the thumbnail, because when you go to the event, right, when you click on the like live stream before it actually goes up, and you see the thumbnail there, you'll be able to see the character on there. So you'll know already who's going to be in there. I'm not going to say names. Hell, I'm not even going to say the name until they actually come out on stage. But, you know, if you can see them in the thumbnail and everything, you know who it is. So there's that too. Anyways, that's that section. I highly recommend watching the tourney. It's very fun, and I will have the VOD of it up after, so you don't have to worry if you like don't see it. It'll still be there. You can watch it afterwards, right? It's still nice. Anyways, on to the next section, and that would be the fall 2022 video. Similar to, you know, the Niab talks about summer 2022 video, we're going to be doing a fall one. At least I'm thinking about it, because I'm not going to lie, I don't have a lot of stuff written down because I didn't do an insane amount with the fall. I was very busy, as you all may know, and doing the Arc 4 video and a whole bunch of other shit kind of got in the way, to the point that I really didn't get to do much in that regard. So I'm kind of considering now if I want to do a fall video, especially because of the big thing of like, you know, I was going through Bleach, and part of it, part of these videos is like the Bleach journey, and I very much enjoyed the shit that I've been going through with Bleach and everything like that, and I would love to talk about it, right? Technically speaking, it still counts as fall right now. Not really, but you know what? As long as it's not December, I'm gonna say it's fall. But I got a lot I want to talk about with Bleach, right? That said, there's only like 5 things on the list or something. So other than Bleach, a lot of stuff would just get like maybe 10 minutes of me speaking. If I'm being real, I think 2 of them would get like 5 minutes, something like that. So it's not a lot of time, but Bleach would get a lot of time. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to do that or if we want to do a combined fall and winter video. I'll keep you all like updated and posted on that and everything. It's just more so we might do a fall one, we might do just fall and winter, something like that, right? Simple enough. Next topic, the next get into. That's the thing, right? Obviously, because the get intos are a big part of the channel and everything, and I'm very excited to work on the next one. It's going to be a different approach in a way in terms of topics, right? Maybe not really, because I guess it's similar to the first get into, like the actual first one we did. But it's still the general same formula that we did with the like Fist of the North Star one, for example. It's just now I'm taking a different approach from like a media standpoint. Not super different, but you know. I was hoping to get it out in December. I'm going to be real. I don't think there's time to get it out in December. It's kind of unfortunate. My overall goal was to get all this ReZero stuff, right? Like from Arc 5 to reading Arc 4, right? Like that whole roundabout type of thing we did, which worked out. That part worked out. But I was also hoping to get a few get-intos in the year. And we got 2 in, which isn't bad. That's still good, right? I'm still happy with that. But I was hoping to get like 3 or 4. So it does kind of suck that we couldn't hit that amount. I'm a little disappointed, but that's okay, right? We'll just get it in like January or something, or latest like February, right? We'll be fine. It'll be similar to, you know, the ReZero one where we got pushed to January because I didn't think I could work on it in time and everything. But yeah, that'll be January. I am excited to talk about it. It'll be interesting. I'll give a teaser. I think with the next Arc 7 video is what we'll do. I'll end off the next Arc 7 video with a nice teaser for what that'll be. I guess next topic is streaming, right? So this is an interesting topic to actually mention because I've talked about this before and how I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be streaming more often. Then we did one stream and then I, you know, couldn't manage that much time with it. That said, I think now that we can slow down a little bit with ReZero and all that, right? The general reviews and everything, because we did the whole roundabout shit I mentioned. Like with, you know, with certain exceptions of the series, that's obvious, but like, you know. I think now that we've slowed down and I can more so focus on a lot of videos and streaming and all that type of shit I want to do a lot easier because, you know, we don't have to read as much, right? I can read at my own pace for the most part. I think streaming might actually be more manageable now. No guarantees. I'm not even going to like mention like, oh, here's the specific stuff we're going to be doing and shit like that. Like if I'm going to be real, I don't know if we'll get back to Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm being honest. I don't know. That's something I have to really think about. But I think it overall should be more manageable now. We should be okay for the most part. And I should be able to make a decent schedule of streaming and videos and all that shit. Hopefully. Right? I'm not going to say anything just for the sake of I'm going to figure out fully what I'm going to do. And that might change what goes on with the streaming. But you know what I mean, right? Last topic, really, because, like I said, we don't have much, is the big projects I want to work on the channel. Now, this may sound odd, because of stuff like the get-intos, there's stuff like the reviews, all that shit. All sorts of shit like the Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho video I've done, which might make it sound like those are what I'm referring to. No, I'm talking about something even, like, bigger, right? there's some projects that I have written down that I definitely want to get to, that I want to make a more like full blown type of thing, if you know what I mean. Like something that I can truly put a lot of focus into, a lot of editing, a lot of just general things that make me feel very like passionate with what I'm making. And I am very passionate with what I make, but I mean like super like crazy big type of video overall. Not something that's like, you know, absurdly huge like some sort of movie quality shit, but you know what I mean. Just a general big video that I feel expresses stuff about certain topics. And there'll be certain weird topics that I just want to speak about and stuff like that, or something around those lines. But you know what I mean. A general thing that I feel like I can put a lot of effort into and can make it very, like, you know, interesting for all of you, all that type of shit. I'm hoping to do all that, and that's definitely something I want to accomplish with next year, right? That's something I want to also focus into, is at least getting maybe one, possibly two of those videos in, right? I don't know how taxing they'll be. This will be my first time doing that type of shit, so we'll see. But I want to at least get one of those in next year and, you know, see what you all think. I do hope a lot of you end up viewing that, because that's something I, you know, want to put a lot of effort into. I hope those videos do well. That's like one of the few times where I more so want to focus on a video doing well, because usually I'm just doing it, you know, for the sake of entertaining people. But that's like a video where it's like, I want to do it for entertaining people, but also I feel like if I do put that much effort in, I do hope, you know, those videos do well and everything, because it feels a little bit sucky if it's not, you know, gonna do super well. But that's it for this video. Just a small little update just to mention what's going to happen from now till, you know, middle of the year, like next year, all that shit. Simple enough. But thank you all for listening. That'll be all for this video. Take care. Have yourselves a great night. And I will see you all, I mean, I guess presumably Friday or Saturday. One of the 2 days. Maybe a video after that. Who knows? But see you all then. Peace.